everyone, and thank you for stopping by my channel for Sunday slow stitching. Oh, I have ink on my finger. I'm sorry, didn't see it. Or maybe it's a bruise, I don't know. Anyway, so today I'm going to try something that I haven't done before, and it's kind of like attaching flowers to a base. And I'm not sure if I have enough of those to do or not, but I'll just see how it goes. And what I think I'm going to make with this, because this is a piece of felt that I got at Hobby Lobby or Walmart, one of the two. It's 9 by 12 piece, which I like to use these because they're, you know, perfectly cut. They're perfectly, you know, the thickness, they're not very, very thick, and I could sew through them. And then I thought I would put this piece of fabric over the top as a background. I don't think we'll see a lot of background, and I hope you guys can see everything because I've moved the camera, got it in a better location, I think. I don't know which way it goes, but anyway, hopefully it will look a little nicer. Okay, so just so you can see what a project bag is, here's one of mine. This was a cross stitch, and it has a zipper across the top, and then it has this vinyl, but I don't think we're going to do the vinyl part. I think we're going to try and do this because it's going to be slow stitched in, but I'll see if I can do it or not. So that's one that I have, and I store my cross stitching in these bags. This is another one. I have a little pull on there with scissors, and that's the back. So we'll pick out fabrics for the back and where the zipper goes once we get to that. Here's another one here that I did. This is just regular fabric here. But I love these bags. They are so handy for any project. Even my slow stitching, I've taken to different things that, you know, my sewing, stitching friends and all that. Okay, so let's get to how we're going to decorate. Now, I have taken a few pieces of fabric like this and cut out the flowers. I don't know exactly what I have. It takes quite a bit of time, but I was thinking I would just lay these flowers down wherever, and of course, you know, we'll be stitching around them, but yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to do it yet, but I will see. So here's another flower. So I don't really want to leave space in there. I want it to kind of have another flower bursting out of that one. These are little baby ones, but they could sit, you know, somewhere inside there, I guess. Let's see, what else did I do? I did, these are a couple leaves, like so. And here's like a pink flower. I'm just laying these out haphazardly. These I could cut away and, you know, arrange them differently if I don't want to use this whole green stem thing. But I'm not going to worry about which ones are showing and which ones aren't. Just because... so I'm just going to keep layering those until I get something I like. And it seems that I'm coming out from this end, so I think that will be the way I go. I'll just keep building from that side. Oh, here's some blue. I don't know where these are going to end up exactly, but after I get these stitched down, after I get them laid down, I'll probably go and baste them down before I start stitching. So here's some pink. flowers. Those might look good back there. And those all came, these leaves and this, they're like chain stitch, and they came out of a, what do you call it? I have, can't think of the name of it. Here's some pink. What is the name of the, and we can cut off, you know, if it's sticking out, we can cut it off. Okay. So let's see, we got a blue leaf here, or blue. And like, that's why I put this gray here, because if there is a little space, you know, it'll be okay. I don't really want to cover those flowers that much. I could cut those apart, but okay, let's see. What else have I cut? Here's a great big one, which is fine because this you could thread, you know, this one with, you know, thread paint. I'm trying to think of what it's called. Here's some little bitty ones. Those are kind of cute in there. Okay. Let's see, we have kind of an opening here that I don't want open so much. I should have brought my safety pins over and I didn't. Oh well, it's going to be hard to, it's going to be hard. Here's a pinkish burgundy looking flower, and those. I might end up taking some of these out. I see these, I thought, well, I'll put something over the top of those where they're cut, off, kind of. Okay. It's hard to tell. I mean, I like it already. I just like it the way it looks right now. Let's put a darker one up here. So there's a little of this over here and a little pinkish color there, here. And then we're just gonna stitch all this down. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pin these a little bit, see if I can, because I didn't, I did bring my safety pins. Here they are. So may do some adjusting here and there. I'm sure this is going to take more than one video. It may take a couple. And I can do a lot of the stitching off screen. And I don't know how much you'd like to watch of the stitching part or the project part, or to me, my favorite part, I think I'm going to trim out those a little bit more. I think my favorite part when I watch videos is what project they're going to make and how they lay it out. the stitching is not that important to me because everybody stitches different kinds of stitches. Most of the people that I watch, I can't even stitch like they can because I just do basic stuff, but that's okay with me. You do whatever you want. Okay, so I got this one left, but I'll see if I can fit that in somewhere. I'm just going to move this to the side for a minute because if you don't have, now those are from several different kinds of fabrics, you know, not just one fabric, but anytime you're at a thrift store or, you know, Goodwill, that kind of place, or even at the fabric store, you don't have to buy very much. You can buy probably 9 inches and you would get at least a good few flowers. Hello, I'm back. I ran out of memory, so I had to, my phone cut off. So I'm trying to remember exactly where I was, but I think I was telling you we were going to make a project bag. And so I had a piece of felt here. Now I've got stuff laid on it. But the piece of felt that I have is 9 by 12, and this you can get at Hobby Lobby or Joann's or Walmart even, I think might have them. They used to. And then I put a layer of fabric on top of that. I'm not going to turn this over yet because I want to show you kind of how I did it. It's going to be all messed up, so I guess I should just take it apart. So the project bag is something like this. It has a zipper at the top, and now I have never done this by hand, sewing by hand, but I'm going to give it a try. And I'm probably not going to put vinyl because I think that would be kind of impossible to sew through. But here's another one here, and then on the back I have that fabric on the back, just to give you an idea of what the ones I have look like. So that was a piece that I did an embroidery, and I just made a bag out of it. You know, let's see, this bag here was cross stitch that I did, and it looks so pretty showing through there. Once I get things in it, you don't see it, but at least it's something I did with that cross stitch, because don't think I would have hung those on the wall. Not quite my style, but I have about 10 or 15 of these bags. So I thought I would try and do it by with doing a slow stitch. So let me see here. I wish this part hadn't cut off because I had it laid out and arranged. So what I did was I cut out a bunch of fabric flowers. I used, like this here is just a panel, and I trimmed around all of these and made like a little applique. Here's one here, and then other flowers are some that come like this. And then I did cut where I could cut a leaf out, like this one I could get that whole leaf. So you know, just cut away at it as you find it. And there's another piece there. Here's a couple. There's a leaf there. And this one's got some purple, pinkish colors, burgundy. So I'm just taking this off because I had it pinned down to where I was going to stitch. But I guess I should have done that before I started back. So there was a flower here, and I kind of used that was my focus piece on this project. Okay, so here's other flowers that I had that I cut out, and they just really look cool when you get them all laid out on whatever it is you're doing. I have a box of them, so I have several little cutouts here. I even took this fabric that was green because I couldn't get a full leaf. Boy, that's noisy out there. So I just cut it in the shape of a leaf because I think, you know, I could add those in and no one would know the difference of what they were originally because they were that color green. And I cut out other things like this little embroidery piece. This is from a scarf thing, not a table scarf. And yeah, anything that I find interesting. There's a cutout there. And here's another large cutout. I probably just said I better wait and see what I want to do with it. So that's what I do. And, you know, you just pick out a fabric and, you know, at the thrift store, like curtains, tablecloths, bedspreads, any of that kind of thing. And then just cut them out. And it's so fun. And you've seen that. You've seen people do it, I'm sure, on YouTube. Some of the, like Corrine's Creations. I don't know the whole name of her channel, but I'm sure you guys know. So I used a gray background because I thought that would be neutral. I could have used a cream or muslin, but I'm working on this muslin piece here right now, so I thought I would just go ahead and do it on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with some kind of a main piece. Where's that one I had originally? This one. So what I did was I laid this down. Now, the last time I did it, I kind of went at an angle like this. And so the floral kind of all went one direction like that. But I think I'm going to just go straight on. Okay. So we're going to set that there. And then you can trim, you know, if you see something you want to look different. Like I don't need that black mark there. Okay. You don't want to pick this up too many times because it takes a while to get it laid back down. All right, so then I guess we can go kind of symmetrical building, like maybe that there. Actually, I might go over a little more with that. And then you can change, you know, your mind if you come up with something that you like better. So that kind of goes in there. And this sort of goes. Now see this where you have a little bit of color behind it? That's why I put something that would work. Here's a blue leaf. And there's these little, I got these off of, can you see everything okay? I got these off of a placemat. Kind of wanted, whoops. Oh, I thought they were upside down. Okay. And let's put this on this side because we've got some of this print over here. And I'll just guess set it that way. I don't know. I don't like that one because it's cut off. I wonder if I should like make a couple more stems coming down. It's not really a stem, but and you could cut these apart. So if you know, you didn't need that much of a leaf. You could just cut that off and do whatever you want. Okay, let's put this guy. The stem could use a flower. I'm not going to worry about if it's going over the edge a little bit. We're going to be covering that edge with the bias trim. Let's get another blue leaf in here. Kind of like those blue ones. This one. I don't like it there. Here's another stem. Let's see, I wonder. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it on this side. Put it up that way. All right. And then you can also embellish with, you know, laces and things like that. You might want to even make a background of just lace. So let me just cut a little piece. I don't have my lace box here, but I have some of this ribbon. So I could just run it down like so if I want some there, or wherever I choose to lay it down. And you can change your mind whenever. This needs to be coming off of a stem. I feel like there, that's kind of symmetrical looking. Now I've got also some little itty bitty ones that I've cut out, and I thought I could use those in these little open spaces maybe. There's another one of those. I feel like I have enough because I'm going to add other things. Like here's a butterfly I can add. And this little flower. I don't have a lot of those cut, I guess. Or here they are. I just haven't cut them. Thought I had a few of them. Okay. Oh, here's another flower. Or can we use another flower? And this is a little burst of flowers. Can go there. And then we have this other leaf. But I don't have to use all of them, right? Right. Okay. So now that we have those, I'm going to pin. And I think I'm okay with this layout. It doesn't really matter. I was okay with the one I did before. It was nothing like this one. Well, it was kind of like it, but not much. I'm going to leave the butterfly off until I'm ready to add those other elements. It's like a piece that'll fall off there. So what we're going to do is sew around all of these. Stitch around them. Let me see, do I have another safety pin? I don't think that's pinned. I like my crafting pins better. Sorry, my phone's going off. Let me put that back here like that. because these little ones, you kind of want to keep track of where you decided to put them. And I got one more. And you could baste all this down. I thought about that, just going through and do like a hidden basting stitch across everything, but we'll see. Okay, so now we've got that. Now I'm thinking some of you won't have any of this floral fabric and you won't be able to design your piece like this. Although it only took me a few minutes to go through my stash and find these things that I've had fabrics left over, and one of my subscribers sent me a bunch of post-rig type thing. Okay, so I'm going to set that to the side. So what I was going to show you next is how to make a yo-yo in not the traditional yo-yos. Well, I will show you that too, but I want to show you how to make, it's a little bit stringy, this stuff. Okay, so what I did was I cut a piece of fabric and I really didn't measure it. I just, but then I went and I checked to see what size I used. That way I could tell you. So it was about 12 and a half long. This probably should be cut a little bit straighter. Okay. And then the piece of fabric was 3 inches wide. Approximately 3 inches wide. So I'm going to take these two sides and put them together. And I'm just going to get a little thread here and my needle. And hopefully I can thread it without a problem. I have the right glasses on. Okay. I found that these glasses work the best for me to see at this distance. Usually I have it right up in my face, my work. Okay, so we're going to just sew this a 1/4 of an inch or less. You don't want it to unravel. If you sew real close to the edge, the fabric will unravel. And you probably don't want that. I was going to hang a quilt up here this morning to get some of the sound proofing in here. But I hope you like the angle of the camera now. I've got the TV is up on the wall. And okay, I'm just going to do a little nigger knot here to tie that off. So basically you're making a circle. And all I can tell you is that this is not going to be really tight in the center. It might be, but it may not be. So you are going to gather it. So we're going to fold it back the way we had it. And then wherever you want, you can start. And we're going to put a knot at the end of this. And then we're just going to gather this. And then when you get to the end, you can gather it as much or as little as it takes to make it lay down like a flower, like a yo-yo kind of thing. And I saw, this was in a magazine that I have, and they did it with stripes, and they just turned out so darn cute. They did black and white stripes, and I think they did black and white checks. And the opening inside, I think they made them much larger. The opening inside was big enough to put a nice little, like a doily or something in the center. Now these, because of the unraveling edges, I probably will cover. And I'm not even sure if this is going to fit on my piece because it's might be too big. But I really just couldn't decide what to work on this week. So I need another project bag. I don't like sewing on my sewing machine if I don't have to. And I like the plastic because I can see through it, but I kind of went too deep. Hold on. Oh, please don't be a nightmare to thread again. I just really went wonky there. So I hope everybody's having a nice Sunday. I might have asked you that in the beginning of the video. Okay. I am eventually going to get this set up so that everything I need. See, there's no light. That's what I was going to do, is add another higher wattage light bulb. Okay, I'll put you on pause. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I went and got needle threader in case I need it again. I don't know if I can thread this size thread through or not with it. And they're pretty weak. I should get one of those metal ones I noticed a lot of people use. Okay, so now we're just going to pull this tight. Okay, let me pull this side a little bit. Okay, so you see there's that. And then that lies flat like a yo-yo. And then I'm going to tie this off because I might just tie it in a knot because I've got both ends. I think it will stay. Okay. Whoop. Now what? What I did. I don't know what I did, but I guess I pulled on the wrong string or something. Why is it always when you get on camera it acts like this? All right, so this you can cover up with something like you could put a small flower in there, or you could put a little doily kind of thing, or even another flower on top of that. But if you have this piece and you wanted to add more dimension or ruffle or whatever, you could add one of these to it. And now that I've made it this size, that was the piece I had, that I feel like that's way too big for this particular piece. So, but I wanted to show you how to do that. It's just an easy way. Let's do one with some lace. This is a ribbon. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. I don't understand why that broke. I was using thick enough thread. And if you're going to use regular cotton thread to make these, like 50 weight sewing machine cotton, you should double your thread. this might not even stay. Yeah, I think I'm going to sew it together. Let's see. I can't tell the right side from the wrong, but I think that's the wrong side. And the reason I sew it together is because when you get to the other end, you can see that split of the you know, each end. You can see it doesn't come together really well. Okay, now on this one, I'm just going to sew around the top edge, because when you have lace, you don't need to fold it in half. Am I in camera? I hope. It's been raining here the last couple days. Today it was sunny this morning. Now it's gone cloudy. So I don't know. In case you're watching me for the first time or just for slow stitching, I live in North Georgia. And my other subscribers for my regular journal videos, they know where I am. And I appreciate everybody subscribing. I appreciate all the views that I've gotten. So I love people too. It doesn't matter who they are, what they're slow stitching. I just watch them. And there doesn't seem to be as many out there as I would like, because, you know, if you really want to watch all day long, I think you might run out of people. But yeah, and then with Rachel's challenge, so they're all, you know, kind of doing the same thing, and I didn't want to commit to a challenge. I do Rachel's Friday challenge on her journaling, but I've kind of gotten away from that for the last couple weeks because I've been busy and have a sciatica issue that I hope will resolve soon. Okay, so now I'm just going to pull this, and hopefully I'll make a nice little, like a rosette thingy. Let's see what I mean about sewing them together. Otherwise, this would be open, and that wouldn't look good. All right, now if I can knot this one off without issues. I think there's, oh, my stomach's growling. I meant to wrap that before. I don't think needles are made as good as they used to be. I don't know. Just don't seem like they're sharp as they used to be, or they don't slide through the fabric like they used to. Could just that I'm not used to this size needle. Maybe I never will be. Okay, so that makes, you know, again, that's pretty big, but at least you can put several of these. Let's see. I had a plain background. I don't, but so you could put like that, and you could put one over it like that, because I've seen so many that were cute. Let's see, do I have any other yo-yos made like this? And you can just keep going and making lace ones and fabric ones. You could also just cut out circles and put on. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you. I think this one is just not going to be the right, it's going to be too small for those big ruffles. So now to make a regular yo-yo, you're going to need some kind of a circle template. I made mine with the protractor at 1.5. That makes a 3-inch circle. And you get these at the dollar store or Walmart or anywhere. Or if you have something like this, a piece of tape, you know, duct tape that has a good size circle, you can trace around it. And if you're good, you can trace your own circle, or sometimes there's templates on online that you can just download. This one's one I did, and I was just playing, but I got to take it out because I don't want blue thread there. And I want to sew it together before I gather again. But look at how pretty that one turned out. Lace. And this was left over from the lace I cut off of it. Was on the edge. It was on like a pillow sham or something. And so see how this is such a big hole because it's thick fabric. But if you take this and lay it on top, then that hides that. And then you can in turn take another yo-yo or even go upside down and, you know, stitch on that. Would be really cute. So those are another couple that I've done. So let me trace around here. I think I'm just going to cut one. I hope I didn't hit the camera. And I'm just going to mark along here. This is a friction pen, erasable with an iron or steam. I've been known to set my coffee cup on it to erase it. So it doesn't have to be absolutely perfectly round either. You don't want it too oblonged, but if you have a little, you know, you haven't cut it like perfectly even, as long as you can cut around it. I'm going to try to stay in the camera. There we go. I'm going to move my chair up a little bit. I think I'll stay in frame. All right, I'm just going to use this lightweight, this is a 12 weight cotton pearl thread. And it pretty much works for everything. So now, oh, this is the right side. So now you're going to turn this under. And as you turn it under, you're going to stitch it. I used to do, oh, you know what I didn't do? Let's do this. Let's bend it first, because you can put your a crease, and that will be easier for you to turn down. I haven't made one for a long time, and I also have a yo-yo maker in a few different sizes. I have to go find them, but sometimes they can be just as much trouble as doing it this way. I used to make yo-yos all the time. I will show you too how to make, I don't know if I can do that today, but how to make a hexagon out of a circle. So if you just kind of want to add a hexagon somewhere without paper piecing it and all that kind of stuff, gluing it, you don't have to do any of that. Oh, come on, let's get to the end. Okay. That should help. I'm just going to go along and kind of bend it over the edge as I go. Now, if you don't care and it doesn't matter if you have a smooth edge, just do it on the raw edge. It'll still work, just like the other ones we did. And the other ones, the long, skinny ones, those are good for, like if you have a chiffon or something. It's easier to use it because it's just, you don't have to bend it over or anything. It's just one, long straight stitch. But these would be pretty in chiffons and stuff too. And there's so many things you can do. And then I will pick out a contrasting or a complementary, I guess I should say, fabric to put with this too. And I hope that I can put the zipper in by hand. I don't see why not. It may not be as sturdy as one that is sewn in, but again, if you know how to sew, you probably could sew it in yourself, do a sew-in zipper and not hand stitched. I don't know, I have quilts that I've hand stitched every piece on it, and they're still all in good shape. Not that I abuse them in any way. I don't. They're precious to me. So yeah, I don't abuse them. Oops. This string. I was watching K3RN. Is it K3RN? Anyway, I was watching her this morning, I think it was, and she's doing a video on what to take to a desert island, if all you can take. This is going to be small. I thought it was going to be bigger. That's okay. I don't mind small ones. So you just gather it around. There you go. And then, manipulate it so that it looks nice to you. Like that one's really pinched in. There we go. You just keep going around and around until you get it decided on. And then a lot of people just go straight through the back. And then they can do a little knot here, because we usually use the yo-yos with the circle part showing up. You can use them both ways, but that's really the prettiest part right here. So, and then when that's done, you could put button in there. You could do, on one of my slow stitches, I did a whole bunch of French knots with thick thread, so they kind of popped up. I've done the, what do you call it, stem stitch, where you come out and then you go out here, make a French knot, and then come back to the middle, make a, and back and forth around it, which looks really cute. So that's why I was thinking these would be cute added. I don't know, I picked yellow, but now see, that one is fine on there. That one looks nice. Maybe I can stick it down there with that yellow piece. So that's, I guess, going to be it for today. I put this piece of lace in there. I don't know if I like that or not, but for now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably stitch all of this down. And I don't think I don't know, I may do some thread painting, but I'm not good at that. Even though the color's right there, I would rather seed stitch, like, you know, in this area, I would seed stitch all that color with white or something, and then just go around the whole design that way. So, and then the same with this. I'll just do a overcast or blanket stitch or not a running stitch, I don't think. And I'm not sure if I want to do a running stitch all the way across it. It might give it kind of a cute texture. But I'm not sure. So I hope you guys can get time to get yours all cut out, get your pieces all on your first layer. It's 9 by 12 inches, 9 inches high, 12 inches wide. And then we're going to add fabric up. Let me use this as an example. We're going to add fabric up here at the top. And then, and I'll show you how that's all folded and everything. And then a zipper will go from here to here because another piece of fabric will be up here. Okay, and this will be below it. And the inside, because we're stitching to the back of this, I'm planning to do a fabric on the back. But we're going to have another piece to sit on the back as well, but it won't be stitched on. So, and you're not going to have to worry about seeing it through the bag because it's going to be, no, there's not going to be any, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know how that was. Is that over here? I don't know where that was. Oh, it was under here. Maybe that's how it was. I don't know. And they all get moved around, right? So that's the fun part. You don't have to worry about it. And if we are going to be going over this about a ½ inch with our binding, our like seam binding, like this. It'll be under here. Can you see that? So the seam binding will be here, like so. So it's going to be folded over like this to finish off the bag. So if you don't want your stitching to be enclosed in that, you might move your stuff at least a inch, I mean a ½ inch all the way around so that it's not showing. Okay, so that's it for now. So I'll see you guys next week, and I'll try to get some of this done. And I'm just going to do basic stitching, so there's nothing, you know, to teach. Yeah, unless if you know, you haven't done a stem stitch, which I think looks really cute on yo-yos, or do a bunch of French knots and then just stitch it all down on the edges. Most of this is just going to be overcast, overstitched all along the edges, and then I'll start doing the insides. Like here, I'll probably do a purple French knot and then maybe add some yellow French knots, you know, to give that some dimension. Okie doke. All right. So thanks for joining me today, and have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.